All right, welcome in everyone. Ready for another deep dive.
Definitely always ready to get into it.
Today, we're digging into something pretty vital for, well, just about every business out there these days, especially those of you working with cloud solutions consulting, cybersecurity awareness training.
Absolutely. It's crucial.
We've done a lot of research, gone through a ton of material, and what we really want to highlight is how important a well-rounded approach to training is.
Right. And not just the basics of cybersecurity, but thinking about how it all ties into productivity, how it works with AI.
Exactly. It's about building a security culture that actually makes your team stronger and, let's be honest, helps them get things done more effectively.
For sure. So we'll look at the big picture first. Why is it so essential to have a team that's really security savvy?
Right. Get those foundations in place.
And then we'll shift gears and focus on the specific benefits you get when you use CSC's training programs. They're designed to give your employees the knowledge they need on cybersecurity, but also give them the skills to really master those tools they're using every day. Microsoft 365 and all the exciting stuff happening with artificial intelligence.
Perfect. Okay, so let's unpack this. Most of the time, when we think about online security, we think about tech stuff. The firewalls, antivirus software, all those digital defenses.
Yeah, the things we traditionally associate with protection.
But what we're seeing in our research, what keeps coming up again and again, is that one of the biggest vulnerabilities, and often the weakest link in the chain, is the human factor.
The human factor, definitely.
It doesn't matter how strong your tech defenses are, if your team isn't trained on security best practices, if they don't understand your policies, if they aren't aware of the latest techniques that hackers are using, well, you're leaving yourself wide open.
It's like, I don't know, like having a state-of-the-art security system but leaving your front door unlocked.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's not about pointing fingers or blaming people. It's about empowering your entire team.
Absolutely. Every single person in your organization has a role to play in security.
And that's why security awareness training is so crucial. The resources we looked at, they all make it clear that skipping this kind of training, it's not just risky, it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, you're just making yourself a target.
Yeah.
And it's not just about preventing major breaches, those big headline-grabbing events.
Right. There's more to it than that.
It's also about compliance.
Yes. Compliance, always a key consideration.
Our sources really stress that training is a crucial part of compliance.
Okay, tell me more about that connection.
Basically, training clearly defines the rules of the road. It outlines exactly what's expected of employees when they're interacting with your IT systems.
So everyone's on the same page.
Exactly. And when everyone knows what to do and what not to do, you're much more likely to stay compliant with both your internal policies and any external regulations that apply to your industry.
It's about setting those clear expectations. I like that. Now, what I find really interesting is this concept of an awareness training education continuum.
Oh yeah, that's a good framework.
Help me break this down for our listeners.
Sure. So awareness is that initial step. It's about recognizing that something might be a security concern.
Okay, so being able to spot those red flags.
Right, like recognizing that a suspicious email could be dangerous.
Not clicking on every link you see.
Exactly. Then training builds on that awareness.
Yeah.
It gives people the practical skills to actually deal with those situations.
Like if that email does look fishy, knowing how to report it.
Exactly. Or knowing how to create a strong password,
Yeah.
how to use multi-factor authentication.
Those day-to-day practices that really matter.
Right, exactly. And then education takes it even deeper. That's where you delve into the underlying principles of cybersecurity.
So becoming more like a specialist in security.
Yeah, getting into the nitty-gritty technical stuff. But for what we're talking about today, for building a strong foundation for your team, focusing on that awareness and training, that's key.
It's about making sure everyone's equipped to handle those common threats.
Precisely.
Let's take an example that everyone can relate to. Let's talk about computer viruses.
Yes. Viruses, those unwelcome guests.
Being aware means you know what a virus is, right? You know that it can potentially mess up your files, wreak havoc on your network.
It's caused some serious damage.
Yeah, and you understand that you need some form of protection to prevent that.
Absolutely. Got to have those defenses up.
But training takes it further. It actually shows you how to run those virus scans, how to make sure your antivirus software is up to date.
How to stay ahead of the game.
And, crucially, it teaches you what to do if you actually find a virus on your system.
Right. How to take action.
What steps to take, who to notify, all of that.
It's about feeling empowered to respond.
Exactly. And of course, the threats out there are constantly evolving, right? It's not just viruses
Oh
anymore.
no, it's a whole different ballgame these days.
The materials we've looked at really highlight the huge range of risks we face, from obviously those sophisticated cyber attacks to honest mistakes made by employees who haven't had adequate training.
It's true, and it's not about blaming anyone. It's just acknowledging that people make mistakes, especially if they haven't been given the right tools and knowledge.
Exactly. We're talking about increasingly convincing phishing attacks.
Yeah, those are getting really tricky to spot.
And spear phishing, which is even more targeted. They're designed to trick people into handing over personal information.
And then you have deepfakes,
Deepfakes, oh wow, yeah.
which can be used to manipulate people in all sorts of ways.
They're so realistic now, it's scary. And then there's the accidental exposure of sensitive data.
Oh yeah, a real danger, especially when people aren't aware of the proper procedures.
A wrong click here, a misconfigured setting there.
It can happen so easily.
And of course, there's the whole world of malware.
Delivered through those sneaky links or attachments.
People think it's just a harmless file, but it could be loaded with something nasty.
Exactly. And then on top of all of that, you have those simple human errors.
Like weak passwords.
Yep, using the same password for everything.
Leaving your computer unlocked.
All those little things that can add up to big security problems.
And that brings us to what Cloud Solutions Consulting does to help you tackle these challenges. A really comprehensive training program.
That's right. It's designed to help you stay ahead of the curve and address those key areas where businesses like yours are most vulnerable.
It's about being proactive, not reactive. So walk us through it. What are the key components?
All right, so it's a multi-layered approach. We start with the Productivity Suite training, which focuses heavily on Microsoft 365.
Microsoft 365. Okay, that makes sense. It's everywhere these days.
It really is. The data we've looked at shows that a whopping 97% of companies use it. It's the #1 platform out there.
Wow, 97%. That's huge.
Yeah, almost everyone relies on it.
Rare.
But here's the thing. Because it's so popular, and because it often holds so much valuable data,
It becomes a target.
exactly, it's the most imitated platform in the world by cybercriminals.
Uh-huh.
They know that if they can compromise a Microsoft 365 account, they can get their hands on a lot of sensitive information.
Makes sense. It's like a gold mine for them.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why CSC's training is so important. It goes beyond general cybersecurity advice. It gets into the specifics of using Microsoft 365 securely.
Okay, so it's tailored guidance, not just generic tips.
Right, so within this productivity suite, you have courses like Microsoft 365 Fundamentals.
Fundamentals. Okay, sounds like a good starting point.
It is. This course provides a solid base for users of all levels. Whether you're a complete beginner or you've been using these tools for a while, there's something valuable in there.
So it's accessible to everyone.
Exactly. And they're designed to be efficient. They take only about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. And get this, you can even earn a certificate once you hit that 80% score mark.
Oh, nice. A little recognition for your efforts.
Exactly. Something tangible to show you've mastered the material.
I like that. Okay, so you've got the fundamentals. What else is in this suite?
Well, there's also the Microsoft 365 Cybersecurity course. This one really gets into the nitty-gritty.
So this is where it gets serious.
It does. It dives deep into those specific threats that target Microsoft products. It really outlines the best practices for staying safe within that ecosystem.
So again, it's targeted and specific.
Yes, exactly. It's that same efficient format, about 15 to 20 minutes to complete, and you have the option to earn a certificate.
That seems to be a theme. I like the consistency.
It's all about making it easy for people to fit training into their busy schedules. But what's really innovative, I think, is the nanos.
Nanos. Okay, what are those?
Think of them as bite-sized learning nuggets.
Bite size, like super quick.
Super quick. We're talking 60 seconds or less.
Wow, that's very short.
They are. But they're packed with actionable tips, tricks, and shortcuts.
Okay, so they're short but impactful.
Exactly. They're all about mastering those Microsoft 365 features and, crucially, those essential cybersecurity practices that go along with using those tools.
So staying productive and staying secure.
Exactly. And they're delivered weekly. We use engaging videos, we use graphics, we even provide monthly recaps that bring it all together.
So it caters to different learning styles. Some people are visual learners, some people prefer to read.
Exactly. And we want to make sure the information sticks. It's not just about delivering it. It's about helping people retain it and actually apply it.
So it becomes part of their routine. Okay, I like it. So you've got your Microsoft 365 training. What's the next layer?
Okay, so the next big piece is the Artificial Intelligence AI Awareness Training Suite.
AI. Okay, that's an area that's just exploding right now, right? Huge potential, but also new risks.
Absolutely. AI is transforming everything, and it's crucial to be prepared.
Yeah, it's not just science fiction anymore.
It's very real, and it's having a huge impact on businesses. But what's interesting is that while AI offers all these amazing benefits, there can be some hesitation, especially among small business owners who maybe haven't worked with AI much yet.
Yeah, it's new territory for a lot of people.
Data from the 2024 Bipartisan Policy Center shows that a pretty significant percentage of small business owners, we're talking figures around 55%, 50%, 49%.
Okay, so almost half.
Yeah, they express some level of concern about AI adoption. They're not sure what it means for their business.
That's understandable. It's a big shift.
But it's important to balance those concerns with the amazing positive experiences people are having with AI.
Right, because it's not all doom and gloom.
Not at all.
Hmm.
The 2024 Work Trend Index,
Hmm.
this is from Microsoft and LinkedIn, shows that 76% of people believe they need AI skills to stay competitive.
That's a huge number.
It is. And 84% report feeling more creative when they use AI.
More creative. That's interesting.
Yeah. A whopping 90% say AI saves them time. 83% say they enjoy their work more.
Wow, those are some seriously impressive numbers.
They are. And 85% say AI helps them focus on more important tasks.
So it's really about enhancing what people are already doing.
Exactly. And maybe most importantly, 3 out of 4 people surveyed this was across 31 countries are already using AI at work in some way.
So it's already happening, whether people realize it or not.
It really is. And that's where CSC's training comes in.
Okay, so how does it help businesses navigate this new world of AI?
It's not just about teaching people how to use AI. It's about giving them the knowledge they need to prevent those potential AI-related security risks, and crucially, to use AI responsibly.
It's about that ethical dimension as well.
Absolutely. We have the AI Fundamentals training, which provides that foundational knowledge. It introduces key AI concepts. It talks about practical applications, and it even includes a concise 20-minute module on generative AI and chatbots, which are really hot topics right now.
Yeah, those are the things everyone's talking about.
Exactly. But then, for those who want to really dive into the security side of things, we have the AI Cybersecurity Training.
Okay, so this is more specialized.
It is. This course focuses on the specific role AI plays in cybersecurity, how it can be used as a powerful tool for defense, but also how it can potentially create new vulnerabilities.
AI is both a shield and a sword, in a way.
That's a good way to put it. And it's a concise course, only 15 minutes, but it's packed with information.
So it's a really focused deep dive.
Exactly. We also cover some really practical techniques. One example is the chat method, which helps you craft effective prompts when you're using AI tools.
Chat. Okay, I'm intrigued.
It's a framework for making sure you're getting the most out of those AI interactions. We also go over specific AI applications that can be used to boost both your business operations and your personal productivity.
So it's really about making AI work for you in a safe and effective way.
Exactly.
And it's not just about the technical how-to. It sounds like there's a real focus on the ethical side of things as well.
Definitely. The resources we've looked at really emphasize that. They highlight the importance of maintaining human oversight when you're using AI.
Making sure that AI remains a tool, not something that takes over.
Right. It's about striking that balance. And to support this, CSC provides a couple of really helpful resources.
Okay, tell me more about those.
First, there's the AI Fundamentals Guidebook, which is a downloadable reference guide. It's great for quick refreshers or if you need to look something up quickly.
It's like a handy cheat sheet.
Exactly. We also provide an AI acceptable use policy template.
Ah, a policy template. That's smart.
It helps your organization establish those clear, responsible guidelines for how AI should be used within your company.
So everyone knows the rules of the road.
Precisely.
Mm.
And mirroring our Microsoft 365 offering, we also have the AI Nanos.
Those bite-sized lessons again?
Exactly. Those are those under 60-second tips and tricks, but specifically focused on AI.
Okay, so this is like a mini crash course in AI.
You could say that. They cover things like implementing AI tools effectively, using AI safely, and of course, staying aware of those cybersecurity risks.
It's about bringing it all together.
It is. So when you look at the complete AI training suite, it's really about striking that balance, helping your team become more productive by understanding and utilizing AI effectively, while also making them very aware of the cybersecurity considerations that come with using this technology.
It's about giving them the knowledge and the confidence to use AI responsibly.
Exactly.
Now, I want to talk about how all of this fantastic training is actually delivered to your team.
Oh yeah, accessibility is key.
Because it doesn't matter how great the content is if people can't easily access it. So tell me about the CSC Teams app.
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. CSC has developed this app specifically to make training super accessible.
So it's not just another platform they have to log into,
No, not at all. It integrates directly into Microsoft Teams.
which, let's face it, most people are probably using every day anyway.
Exactly. So it removes that barrier to participation. Instead of having to go somewhere else, remember another login, the training modules and all the important notifications are right there in Teams.
It's right in their workflow. That's brilliant.
We want to make it as frictionless as possible.
Makes it much more likely that people will actually engage with the material.
Absolutely. And the Teams app has some other cool features too. Like it can deliver those micro training nanos right to your team.
So those little bursts of knowledge are just sprinkled throughout their day.
Exactly. It also has this newsletter engagement view, which gives you insights into how your team is interacting with the training content.
So you can track their progress, see what's resonating, what might need more attention.
It helps you measure the effectiveness of your training program.
Data is key. Okay, so let's bring it all together. We've talked about why a solid cybersecurity awareness training program is essential, especially in today's world.
The threats are constantly evolving and we have to keep up.
Exactly. And what's especially valuable for those of you who are cloud solutions consulting customers is that your training program is so comprehensive.
It's about going beyond just the basics.
It doesn't just cover cybersecurity. It also addresses those productivity benefits and helps you navigate the ever-changing world of AI.
It's about empowering your team to be both secure and effective.
It's about a holistic approach.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that security isn't just a tech issue, it's a people issue.
And by focusing on training your people, giving them the knowledge and the skills they need to use these powerful tools responsibly, CSC is helping you build that proactive defense that will keep your business safe and productive.
It's about being prepared, not just reacting to threats.
Here's a final thought to leave you with. In today's digital world, learning never stops.
It has to be an ongoing process.
Think of CSC's integrated training program as that constant resource, a way to continuously upskill your team, to keep refining your approach to security as new challenges pop up.
It's about staying ahead of the curve.
It's about building that culture of proactive security, of continuous learning, and of making sure your team has the tools they need to thrive.
That's the key to success in the digital age.